Kelly and Bill. It's Matt with Cooler. I just wanted to go over a couple of things on this little door. So hopefully it's clear that this is actually mounted in exactly the right spot. If we were to go in the middle, there would not be additional reinforced plate for that bracket, as the bracket and plates line up with the hinges. And so we have everything in the right spot that we need. There's not going to be any compromising because, in fact, it's the cables and the spring that lifts the door. The opener is just there to slightly move it and to guide it. So there's not going to be any torquing or twisting in that scenario. I just ran the door, and this is what I want to propose. So if we went outside, one of the issues that we're having is with that sealing of the vinyl, and it's an old building, and so there might be a little bit of not plumbness to this top header. And I think ultimately one of the mistakes I made was agreeing to do the custom windows without the cladding. And what I didn't realize and think about, we haven't done a whole lot of just custom windows without anything else. But this elevation change, that 3/4, is an issue, especially as we get past this weather stripping. So one scenario is we could take this weather stripping off and then put one on inside the garage door that will seal up the top. The edges we can keep. I think the edges are actually fine. So that's a real easy issue scenario. I'm seeing a little bit of an off trim piece there that I don't like either. But I think, and one thing we didn't talk about was how these bucks were going to be finished out. I had assumed that this was going to be a new board, and I think that would help clean it up quite a bit. If we did a new board here, and it was painted white like the rest of this house, that would help clean it up quite a bit. It would give a nice level place for this to seal and be attached to. But I don't think this is really all that bad at the moment. What I was going to offer was, we could, basically I think that a cladded door is going to give us the win across. I already see that weather steel popping. And if you were open to that, what I would do is I would do just one layer so that we'd have it flush with the trim, and we'd just do vertical boards and paint and seal them up in a white that matches everything else. And then we would see where costs are at, and we can have that conversation, and I would give you a stellar deal on it. I think in the future I'm not going to do custom windows like this because of that elevation change and the problems that it can create. So I know we went back and forth, and pricing was a concern with the clad, but at this point I just want to make it a really nice functional door, and I think cladding is going to get us the best aim. Cladding, new bucks, and then with the cladded door we would just build this piece out of wood and have a white inset piece of rubber in there. But that would allow us to get everything straight on the even plane, and I think it's ultimately what I'd like to do.